Welcome to my channel. It's Sunday. It's a good day to have music, and I'm so pleased to be back to be doing this. I really appreciate all of you that have come and are making requests. I've got most of them written down already, or copied over, I mean. And I really do appreciate you coming to my live stream. I'm very thankful for that. So thank you. Reminder, when I finish this stream after 3 hours, it will take about 6 or 7 hours for it to get loaded up to YouTube. There's a lot of processing and uploading and downloading that has to take place, and so it takes about that long to get it done. But I appreciate you coming today and to attending my live stream, and we're just gonna dive right into the requests. Let me see what the first one is. Let's see. Smoot Energy. Wait a minute. Smoot Energy, 100. Love you. Okay. Thank you, Smoot. You got in first today. That's amazing. Usually it's TTT Resvent who's first. He was second today. You beat him. So that's impressive to me. Okay. Let's get this song queued up and we'll get to work. Of course, we have to listen to an ad, as we always do. Maybe I should get YouTube Premium just to be, just to not to have to put up with it anymore, huh? Okay. So let me get this copied over real quick so that I have that. And hold on just a second. Okay, there we go. And I forgot to put my headphones on. Let me do that because I can't hear music without them. Okay. Excuse me. You will notice during this live stream that I cough fairly frequently. It's a lung condition that I have no control over, so I apologize for that. Okay, so this is Prāta Vētra, and I'm not going to pronounce this right, but Četri Krasti. Let me see if we have subtitles. We do. But they're auto-generated, so maybe they'll be okay, maybe they won't. We'll see. This is a Latvian group. English. Where's English? English. Not Estonian. English. There we go. Okay. Here we go. Oh, let me double check, make sure I'm on the right screen. Yep, I am. Okay.
Lai iespersimens kaldos suns, mēs šonakt piedzimsim no jauna, tad četros krastos degsies guns, un ligos cirkstēlēs no kalna. Šampanietis līst, ikreiz gadu mijā, domīgas zvaigznes slīkst manā akvārijā. Viss it kā bijis, un viss vēl ir priekšā. Gaisma tik spoža, atver acis un droši nāc iekšā. Lai iespersimens kaldos suns, mēs šonakt piedzimsim no jauna, tad četros krastos degsies guns, un lidos cirkstēlēs no kalna. Mēs būsim ceļa zīmes ceļā, un sprīdītis uz meža takas, ja vajag caurums apakšveļā, lai ko par mums tad arī saka. Gaiši zils loks, vakaros vēlos, es savus mīļos, zaudēju nakts seriālos. Gaiši zils stars neliek man mieru un maldās uz vietas, kā ķilbrām samatieru. Lai iespēr sivens kalpo suns, mēs šonakt piedzimsim no jauna, tad četros krastos degsies guns un lidos cirkstēlēs no kalna. Mēs būsim celesības ceļā, uzsprīdītis uz meža takas, ja vajag caurums apakšveļā, lai ko par mums tad arī saka. Kad diena ir galā, var nākamo sākt. Tā ir tām dienām, kāds iet un kāds nāk. Pulkstenis smilšu nekad nekļūst lēnāks. Kopā ir drosām, mēs vairs nedrīkstam slēpties ēnā. Un aizver sirens kaldo suns, mēs šonakt piedzimsim no jauna, tad četros krastos degsies guns un lidos cirkstēlēs no kalna. Mēs būsim celesības ceļā, uzsprīdītis uz meža takas, ja vajag caurums apakšveļā, lai ko par mums tad arī saka.
All right. You know, I like that guy's voice. I really do. I think he's got a good voice. And it just, you know, this is like, I want to say standard rock and roll, but that's not really a good description. It's good old rock and roll is what it is. Good old rock and roll. You may have seen me messing around with my thing here. I'm trying to get logged into Rumble on my phone so that I can look at the chat, and then I won't have to be constantly going back and forth. Let's see if I can get that done. Of course it went away. Of course it did. Okay. So, bear with me just a minute here while I get this done. All right. No. Oh, God. Okay. I have to verify my account, of course. Hold on. Let me get going with this. I think this is the second or third song I've done for them, and I really like their sound. They've got a good sound, especially like when they started out the way the bass was. I really like good bass. I think it really builds a foundation for a good song. And the bass on this was excellent. Right at the beginning, that's what they started out with, and it was great. I enjoyed that a lot. It's got a good excuse me. Excuse me. It's got a good beat to it and a good sound. and I like the melody too. So I mean, everything about it was, to me, was enjoyable. It was really good. Let's see. My next request is TTT Resident. He's usually the first one in, but Smooty Smoot Energy beat him today. He writes, "Hi Paul, happy Sunday. My request is I Fall Apart, 50th Anniversary Mix by Rory Gallagher." All right, let's see if we can find that. Let's see. Okay, there it is right there. Oh, no ads. How about that? Okay. So we're going to switch over and get right to work here. This is Rory Gallagher, 50th Anniversary Edition, I Fall Apart. Let's see.
Like a cat that's playing with a ball of twine that you call my heart. Oh, but baby, is it so hard to tell the two apart? And so slowly you unwind me until I fall apart. I'm only living for the hour that I see your face, and when that happens, I don't wanna be no other place till the end of time. You'll be on my mind. Plenty of rain or shine, please bring out your love, make it shine like the stars above. I'm only living for the moment when I hear your voice. Oh, I'm waiting, I don't have any choice, and the day is long, so won't you come where you should be? Like a cat that's playing with a ball of twine that you call my heart. Baby, is it so hard to tell the two apart? And so slowly you unwind it till I fall apart.
Huh. That was an interesting sound. I like the guitar, especially the solo work. That was nice. Very very intricate. But I thought his voice was very interesting. It had a kind of a I don't know. It had an unusual quality to it. It was kind of a mellow, but at the same time strong. Interesting. Really interesting. I've never heard this guy before. Rory Gallagher. New one to me. But that was interesting. Thank you for requesting that one. My next request is Marco 1337L. I never know. I think that's a 1. 13371G. It looks like an L, but it might be a 1. My request is Licht und Schatten. Captures Tokyo Ghoul's anime inner turmoil, weaving delicate piano and haunting strings to reflect pain, loss, and the clash of light and dark. Wow, that's a really short... okay. That's a really short URL. Are you sure that's right? Maybe I didn't copy it right. Let me see what happens when I put this in. Okay. This video isn't available anymore. Okay. Let me check my chat real quick. Make sure that I got this copied over right. I may have missed part of it. No, that's the URL you gave me. Marco, see if you can find the right URL, because this one's, it's really short. I've never seen one that short before. And it's not working. It says this video isn't available anymore. I mean, I could try to find one for you, but I don't know if you want me to do that or not. Let me go back and see. Licht und Schatten. Okay. Let's see what we find when we look for that. Okay, I have... Okay, see, I've got several options for this. I have Tokyo Ghoul, Licht und Schatten, Yamada. Excuse me, Yutaka Yamada. Let me see what this said there. Okay, so you didn't specify any more than that. Let me see if you put anything in the chat. Not yet. Okay. Oh, he later gave a link. Okay. So let me look through. Let me see if I can search for him. Okay. Oh. Must have put it later in the chat, huh? Okay, let me pull up the chat here so I can find it. And let's see if we can do it. Yeah. That's not a link either. Here we go. Finally got it. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. We got the one he wants. Thank you for that. This is going to help me when I've got the gotta listen to an ad. Whoop-de-diddly-do. Okay. Excuse me. This is going to help me having the chat up on my phone, because I'll be able to catch that when you let me know those things. All right, so this is Tokyo Ghoul, Licht und Schatten. That's German. Huh, interesting. Okay. See what we got. It's going to run. Okay. Well, that's, what was it you said? Captures Tokyo Ghoul's anime inner turmoil, weaving delicate piano and haunting strings to reflect pain, loss, and the clash of light and dark. You know what I got out of it? Triumph. That was the overarching theme that I got from it was triumph. Whatever was going on, he triumphed over it. Different strokes for different folks, right? I mean, that's basically what I heard in that song was triumph. It was just a victorious sound to me. I really liked the instrumental. It was great, very enjoyable. But that's what I got from it was triumph. I don't know if that's what it's supposed to be, but that's what I got from it. Okay, my next request is Peak Enjoyer. And he writes, Aria Math only plays in Minecraft creative mode. Aria is a musical term for a song of air. Okay. Excuse me. My 9-year-old grandson loves Minecraft. Matter of fact, for Christmas, we gave him a Minecraft pullover hat, like you wear for the winter. Okay, I got to do 2 ads for this one. Yay. Okay. So this is interesting. Aria Math Minecraft Volume Beta. One thing that really interests me is how much music is intertwined with games now. It's just fascinating to me because music has such a powerful effect on us. And so it kind of infiltrates in every area of life, and that includes games. So this is Minecraft Volume Beta Aria Math. I love that. That was fascinating. I was having trouble at first figuring out where that sound was coming from, the underlying melody, the do 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 do. I don't do that very well, but at the end I recognize it. It's some sort of string instrument, and then there was chimes in there, and there was a synthesizer. It was just a really cool sound. I really enjoyed that a lot. It had a nice beat to it, and it just had a very pleasant overall sound that I really enjoyed. That was great stuff. That's from Minecraft. That's really something. I tell you what, I've been thinking about it some as you guys asked me to do more and more of these animes and these types of things in games. And I think some of the best music that's being written now is being written for anime and for games. It's really something. American music is just kind of, I don't know, it's been kind of dumbed down and I want to use the term slushified. It's just not, it's not, I don't know, it's not uplifting, it's not exciting, it's not entertaining. A lot of it is just kind of dribble that you can hear on any street corner, and they're just not. I saw a thing on the internet. Excuse me. I think it was on Stevie Knight's channel, where this guy compared 1985 Grammy Best Songs nominees to the 2025 Best Songs nominees, and it was there was no comparison at all, none whatsoever. It's amazing how much music has been I want to say transmogrified, if you know what that means. It's like it's been twisted and shaped and formed to the point where it's not even really music anymore, in a way. Chief Cthulhu says, hi, my request is Hironobu Kageyama singing the opening of the superhero show. Excuse me. Chojin Sentai Jetman at the Kamen Rider X Super Sentai Live Show 2020 concert. We've been at that concert before. That's cool. Okay. Let's see what we got here. An ad, of course. Yeah. Okay. So this is Kamen Rider X Super Sentai Live Show, Chojin Sentai Genin, Hironobu Kageyama. All right, here we go. Good looking guy.
Come on! Let's go 飛び出せジェットジェットジェットマン超人戦隊ジェットマン夢の中から生まれた未来戦士のジェットマン熱い正義の魂燃えろ僕らのジェットマンを飛び越えいつも助けてくれるよ風にその名を呼んだなら Come on! ジェットジェットジェットが君の胸に Oh ジェットジェットジェットが超人戦隊ジェットマン じかせ希望戦士のジェットバー光る瞳が眩しい強い僕らのジェットバー時のどこかでいつも守ってくれるよ空にその名をつぶやけばジェットジェットジェットマン君の胸に青いジェットジェットジェットマン超人戦隊ジェットマンくれるよ風にその名を呼んだならジェットジェットジェットマン君の胸にジェットジェットジェットマンレッツゴー飛び出せジェットジェットジェットマン君の胸に青いジェットジェットジェットマン超人戦隊ジェットマン Thank you!
Okay. That song has a real great hook to it. Checo, 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 ma. It just makes you want to sing and dance. And that is a great, that's a great song when they can do that. That really gets people hooked and gets them involved and gets them singing along with it. So that was great. I enjoyed that a lot. I thought his voice was very interesting. It was powerful, and yet it had kind of a mellow quality to it. And he was very enthusiastic. I enjoyed that as well. And all those figures that come up in the various outfits, I don't know what those are, but they're interesting. They must be like superheroes or something like that. That was a great song. I enjoyed that a lot. Really did. Excuse me. Balthasar's gives me a URL with nothing else. Let's see what this is. Okay. We're going to just jump right into it. Okay. Excuse me. So this is Life Hates Us Now, Mafumafu. And then in brackets it says, sang it. Okay. Oh, wait, sorry. Gotta make it big first. Okay.
する寂しいなんて言葉でこの傷が表せていいものかそんな意地ばかり抱え今日も一人ベッドに眠る少年だった僕たちはいつか青年に変わってゆく年老いていつか枯葉のように誰にも知られず朽ちてゆく不死身の体を手に入れて一生死なずに生きていくそんな SF を妄想してる自分が死んでもどうでもよくてそれでも周りに生きてほしくて矛盾を抱えて生きてくなんて怒られてしまう正しいものは正しくいなさい死にたくないなら生きていなさい悲しくなるならそれでもいいならずっと一人で笑いよ僕らは命に嫌われている幸福の意味すら分からず生まれた環境ばかりに組んで簡単に過去ばかり呪う僕らは命に嫌われているさよならばかりが好きすぎて本当の別れなの知らない僕らは命に嫌われている幸福も別れも愛情も友情も滑稽な夢の戯れで全部金で買える代物明日死んでしまうかもしれない全て無駄になるかもしれない朝も夜も春も秋も変わらず誰かがどこかで死ぬ夢も明日も何もいらない君が生きていたならそれでいいそうだ本当はそういうことを歌いたい命に嫌われている結局いつか死んでゆく君だって僕だっていつか別れ葉のように朽ちてくそれでも僕らは必死に生きて命を必死に抱えて生きて殺してあがいて笑って抱えて生きて生きて生きて生きて生きよう
Well, that's an interesting song on several levels. First, the lyrics. Kind of a, golly, I can't think of it now. Stoic. That's what it is. Kind of a stoic view of life. We're all going to die someday. Just keep living until you die. There's nothing to live for, but we're just going to hang on because that's what we do. Kind of an interesting way to look at life. The music, it struck me that it was a mixture of Japanese instruments and modern, like guitar and drums and things, but an interesting combination of the two. And then the girl's voice. This is something that's taken me a while to get used to because the Japanese, early on I would have called it screeching. And I suppose I still could call it that, but it's not really. It's just it's a style of singing that they do. But it's like a very piercing and I can't think of another word, just piercing is the word that comes to mind, kind of sound that gets into you. But over time, I've come to enjoy it. And I think that the quality of music that the Japanese are putting out is far superior to most of the junk that comes out of America now. Excuse me. And that's kind of a sad thing to say, but that's the reality of it. You know? With a few notable exceptions, most of the music that comes out of America now is just pablum. It's not anything to write home about. Kind of a sad state of affairs. Dazzle 1101 says, please react to Drink of Water by Ambrosia. The lyrics explore the theme of seeking fulfillment and purpose in life, using metaphors to convey the idea of searching for deeper meaning and happiness. Drink of Water by Ambrosia. Okay. I want to talk about something while I'm looking this up. Last week, okay, there we go, Drink of Water. Okay. And we, of course, have to sit through an ad. Stop. Last week, I reacted to, I believe it was 21 songs. And I had 11 that I was not able to get to. So I decided that what I was going to do was do a single video to react to all 11 of those. And that's what I did on Monday. After I got done, I discovered that I had never clicked on start recording. So that was kind of a lost cause. But I think I'm going to start doing this now, is take the songs that you request that I don't get to during the live and just make a separate video with those in it. So I may try to do a makeup from last week, and then I'll try to do the ones this week that I don't get to. Excuse me. So this is Ambrosia, Drink of Water. Am I on the right screen? Let me make sure I double check that, because I always want to make sure I am, because I have actually done reactions where you couldn't hear a thing, which is not good.
But I saw
Okay. Two thoughts immediately. First of all, they sound a lot like Kansas, and what I mean by that is that broad spectrum of sound that they produce. That's like, it's not just a band; it's a orchestra, if you know what I mean. It's an orchestral sound. It really is. I even thought of classical music when I was listening to this, because it has elements of that in it. It's really impressive to me that they can do that with guitars and pianos and other instruments. But it's because of the number of people involved and the amount of sound that they're making and the types of sounds that they're making. It just gives you that feeling of an orchestra, a orchestra or a bandskestra or something like that. Yeah, I think you know what I'm trying to say. Love their sound, really do love their sound. I love Kansas sound as well, and their sound is a lot like, I'm not saying they're copying Kansas, but it's that same kind of genre of orchestral rock, let's call it. It's, you know, it's not your typical lead, bass, drums, and another guitar rhythm. It's a band. It's a band in the sense of the word band, not rock band. And it's just cool. It just sounds so good. And the singer has a wonderful voice. And excuse me. They just make such a wonderful sound that you just get enthralled listening to it. And I tried to pay attention to the words, but I'm just so caught up in the music that the words don't really matter that much. There was one phrase he used that I caught that he said it was like water going through sand, which I thought was a very, what's the word? Very descriptive way to phrase it. Like water going through sand, you know, water just kind of disappears when you put it through sand. It goes away. If you've ever been to the ocean, you know that. You can see it. It just sort of, the waves come up and then they just kind of sink into the sand and they're gone. And that's what he was singing about. That was good stuff. That was really good stuff. Thank you for asking for that. Let's see. DeBoy1 says, some people have a way with words and other people not have way. Okay. Steve Martin. Really? Are we talking about the Steve Martin? Let's see. This would be interesting if it's him. No. Wait a minute. Okay. Am I doing something wrong here? I put your URL in, and it's not Steve Martin. It's Maxim Fadeev singing Breach the Line. I'm assuming that's what you want to listen to. So that's what I'm going to play. First, I got to do the ads, of course. Oh, I just love these ads. They're so much fun. Okay, so that's the song. All right, so this is Maxim Fadeev singing Breach the Line.
Boys walking down the road, a road that brings new hope to some. to fight the ray of light and the magic purpose. Don't look down, don't look down. Just when you think that it's all over, just when you stop to see the sun, hey, he will reach from the darkness for your hope. That's how it's all begun, all begun. It's always been a challenge. Yes, we can bring a lot of grief. Your heart will speak and lead you to your angel. If you believe, if you believe. Just when you think that it's all over, stop to see the sun, yeah. He will reach from the darkness for your hope. That's how it's all begun, all begun. Fight for love alone. Can you feel my heart is strong? Will you take my Okay. The subtitles left something to be desired. He's singing, I want to breach the line, and this thing is saying, I want to cross the line. He sings, I want to reach for the stars, and it says, I want to reach for the heavens. Who wrote those subtitles? Those were horrible. They didn't match the song at all. Well, I mean, they kind of did in a way, but not really. But anyway, the song I really liked. I thought it was a great sound, and it's obviously part of the soundtrack of I'm assuming an animated feature film, but his voice is great. He sounded great,
And we've heard him before, and he's always been great when we've listened to him. And this is no exception. I mean, this guy can sing. He can flat out sing. And the song itself had kind of an uplifting vibe to it. Kind of made you feel better about yourself and feel better about life. Excuse me. And I mean, what more can you ask for? That's great stuff. That was interesting. I still don't understand your comment, though. Some people have a way with words and other people, not have a way. Steve Martin. I don't know what that has to do with the song, but I appreciate the song. I like that a lot. Okay. The next request I have is, I'm just going to spell this out. JBSJAS77U. Hey, Paul, please react to Take Me Home, Country Road, scene from the movie Whisper of the Heart. I can only find this scene on Reddit. Okay. Well, let's see if we can pull it up. Okay. Okay. This is a new one to me. Let's see, can I go back? Yeah, I don't even know how to do this. Okay. Excuse me. I hope this works. I've never done a Reddit song before, but we're going to give it a shot. Let me see if I got... yeah, there you go. Okay. So, what was this again? It's Whisper of the Heart. Take Me Home, Country Roads. Okay. All right, here we go. Okay. Well, that was a new experience. I've never done a Reddit reaction before, but what the heck? We'll do anything around here. That was cool. I like that. Excuse me. I especially liked the way that it was portrayed, where she was shy and didn't want to do it, and said she couldn't carry a tune in a bucket. And then when she sings, she starts out kind of raggedy and then gets into it, and after that she's doing well. That was kind of realistic in my mind to the way that someone who's an amateur might do it. And the addition of those gentlemen who looked for all the world to me like Swiss at the end with their instruments, that was kind of cool. The whole thing was just sort of fun and enjoyable and good music. And what more can you ask for? And it seems like more and more we're getting into the animated realm, which is interesting to me. I don't know why that is. I don't know, maybe it's just a phase, or maybe it's something permanent. I don't know. But it's kind of interesting to me. ProGamer52 says, react to Fine Day. Okay, wait a minute. Fine Day 2025 stereo mix by Robin Trower. Yes, I did react to him this last time. You said you reacted to him last time. His entire musical catalog is just utterly amazing. Okay, well, let's see if we can... Oh, wait a minute. We're on Reddit, so we got to go back to YouTube. Okay. Stop. And then search for Fine Day. Stereo mix. Okay, that's it. Hello. Oh, no ads. I like the ones with no ads. Excuse me. Boy, this cough. I wish there was some way we could find to get rid of this thing. This is Robin Trower singing Fine Day 2025 stereo mix. Okay.
It's a fine day. There's nothing moving in the sky. It's a fine day. Cross my heart, I hope to die. Stay with me, baby. The love's in your eyes. So good being alive on a fine day. It's a new day, and I feel so good this morning. It's a new day. There's a promise in the dawning. Oh, stay with me, baby. The love is in your eyes. So good being alive on a fine day. Stay with me, baby. The love is in your eyes. So good being alive on a fine day. It's a fine day. Now the story is unfolding. Oh, in his hands our lives is holding. Stay with me, baby. The love's in your eyes. So good being alive on a fine day.
All right. You know you got me hooked. I love that wah, 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 wah sound. That is so cool. And I just, this had kind of a bluesy sound to it, bluesy beat. It was cool. I love the blues. It's just so much fun, and it's so enjoyable. And this was a great rendition of a song. Never heard the song before, but I really loved the way that they played it with all the guitar solos and that wop, 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 wop sound. I just love that. That is so cool. It just makes a song that much better. Makes it more funky too. And I enjoy that a lot. I really do. Thank you for asking for that one. Let's see. My next request, and I always have to separate the handle from the request. Lana Sokolova 99. My request is Bronsky Beat, Small Town Boy lyrics. Okay, let's see if we can find this. All right. Okay, here we go. This is it. And of course we have to sit through an ad. Oop, okay. All right, so this is Bronsky Beat, Small Town Boy. I'm having fun today. What about you? This is good stuff. Okay, that song was interesting for reasons that had nothing at all to do with the song, other than the lyrics. It made me think of my wife. She's 75, and she is still affected by things that were done when she was a child. Her father always made her feel small, and she was talking about this the other day to her sister, about how she never, ever let him see her cry. It's the way that we raise children. It needs to be loving and nurturing, and not mean and hateful. And if it's mean and hateful, even if you love them, they're never going to know it, or they're always going to question it. And here she is at 75 years of age, still upset because of the way she was treated as a young child, as a little girl. It's like, oh, and that music was disco all the way. Disco, baby. That was disco. Totally disco. I thought that was so cool. I haven't heard that in a long time. Disco music. But, she didn't run away from home. She went to college. But, excuse me, when she went to college, her mother made her feel like she'd abandoned her. Why would you do that to a child? It just, they were a different generation, and they didn't know maybe how to handle kids like some of us do now. Not everyone. But, gosh, if you have a chance to lift somebody up, that's what you should do. And if you have a chance to take them down, you should keep your mouth shut. It's that simple. People get enough condemnation from their own brain. They don't need external reinforcement. It's sad that those things happen. And here comes one of my interesting requesters. Number one Paul Schmale fan for real. Somebody had to make that name up. Think about that. There used to be a time when art had a soul, wasn't only for monetary gain. Yeah. It still does in some places. Not so much in America anymore because of the music industry. Has destroyed creativity. Oh, okay. No ads to this one, so it starts right up. Okay. Excuse me. This is Pogo Forget. Forget. Okay, whoever Pogo is very creative. That was an amazing collage of images, many of them very familiar from the past. And it was interesting music to go with it, although I don't know what they were singing, because I don't think they were singing anything. It was kind of nonsensical, the words, I mean. But the music was good. But the fascinating thing about this was the graphics. It was. I mean, I'm thinking about what it took to put that together. Lord have mercy, that was a lot of work. Some people just have the ability to do that, you know. They just have this creative spark, and they understand how to use the software to make things. And I could never do that in a million years. I wouldn't even know where to start. And I certainly couldn't make it entertaining like that. So, I mean, that's some impressive stuff there. I'm really impressed by that. The song was kind of neat. It kind of had a neat sound to it. But it was the graphics that captured me. It really was. Okay, so we got Mark's request again. Okay, so Yenju the Dragon says, excuse me, please react to the Calcills Indian Lake Live 1968 Reelin' in the Years archive. Okay. Since I do I just do a Control A and a Control C when I copy these over to my notepad. I get everything, including see this message here, which is kind of funny. Okay, the Calcills Indian Lake Live Reelin' in the Years. Okay, here we go. So this is it. So let me get the URL. Okay. Okay. So, this is the Calcills. We love the Calcills. That's going back a ways. And they are lots of fun. And good sound.
Thank you. It's a great pleasure for us to be here in Fort Gordon, but it's a double pleasure because our son Dick is stationed here, and we'd like him to come up and say hello.
All right. Hey, hey.
Look at him.
I wish
Hey,
was
Captain.
my mother right now.
Dick, would you please introduce the next number?
Mother,
He
I
used to look
will.
like us.
Listen, I'm gonna get back with my troops and you take over.
Over here.
These mop. GI 'em! Yeah! Yeah,
I'll see you guys
next
later.
one is Indian Lake, I believe, correct?
Right. We'll see you.
See you later.
He used to look like us.
He said he feels better this way.
1, 2, 3, 4.
You take up a smart Lakewood Drive, and you keep on riding till you're out of the city. Oh, where the air is fine with the sweet smelling pine and the countryside's pretty. And you see daffodils peeping over the hills for a honey loving mama bear. You take a left at the bridge, go down the Quaker Town Ridge, and in a minute you're there. Let's go to LA, use the things you made with your little one. Just keep it in mind if you're looking to find a place in the summer sun. Swim in the cold, have a snack in the grove, or you can rent a canoe. At Indian Lake, you'll be able to make the way the Indians do. Let's go. Oh, Indian Lake is a scene you made with your little one. Just keep it in mind if you're looking to find a place in the summer sun. Swim in the cove, have a snack in the grove, or you can rent a canoe. At Indian Lake, you'll be able to make the way the Indians do. Oh, lay it on 'em. Hey! Indian Lake is the scene you should make with your little one. Just keep it in mind if you're looking to find a place in the summer sun. Swim in the cove, have a snack in the grove, or you can rent a canoe. At Indian Lake, you'll be able to make the way the Indians do. At Indian Lake, you'll be able to make the way the Indians do. One more. At Indian Lake, you'll be able to make the way the Indians do.
Wow. You know, it's always good to go back into the dusty archives and pull up these things because they're just so much fun, and they were so creative back then. And you know, here they're performing for the troops, which a lot of groups do, which is nice because they, you know, those guys are away from home and they miss their families, and they really enjoy being able to hear music. Okay. All right, so the next request is one I'm sure is going to be blocked, but it's not going to be blocked now. It's The Moon and NYC. The request is to react to Jamiroquai, When You Gonna Learn, 1992 lyrics. This will probably be kicked out of the final product because for some reason whoever controls Jamiroquai doesn't want their music to be heard. At least not reacted to. Let's put it like that. But that's okay. Okay. So this is somebody else who, okay. Huh. Well, that's fascinating. Wait till you see this screen. Look at this. This is Jerry McCly, When You Gonna Learn, 1992 lyrics. Huh. Maybe this will get through.
Consequences are so grave, so grave now. The hypocrites, we are their slaves. So my friends, to stop the end, on each other we depend. Oh, we depend. Mountain high and river deep, stop it going on. We gotta wake this wild up proud and sleep. Oh, people. Money's on the menu in my favorite restaurant. Well, don't talk about quantity, cause there's no fish left in the sea. Greedy men been killing off the lot the rapper was. And you better play it nature's way, or she won't take it all away. And don't try and tell me you know my band, her bad right from wrong. Oh, you've upset the balance, man, done the only thing you can. Now my life is in your hands. Oh yeah, we've got to stop it going on. We gotta wake this world up from its sleep. Oh people, stop it going on.
Sadly, he's right. I like this guy's voice. I like his sense of rhythm. He's got a great, excuse me, he's got a great rhythm to his music that just draws you in. But this was a message song, and the message was true. I mean, when he started singing and I was watching the words, I immediately thought of the buffalo, the American bison, if you want to call it that. We almost wiped them out because we could make money selling their pelts. And they would kill the animals and just leave the bodies to rot. Not even eat the meat. Just take the pelts. It was a terrible time, you know, when greed just kind of overcame everything. And I've seen pictures from the 1800s of buffalo skulls stacked up like this huge, huge pyramid that went up to the sky of nothing but buffalo skulls. And you think about that and you think, how could we be so foolish? But the thing is, if you're not aware of it or you don't realize what's going on, then how do you stop it? And, back in those days, if you tried to stop it, they'd just kill you. And then they wouldn't have any opposition. So, but that's just one example. There's so many. We have to be good stewards of this earth that God has given us, because it doesn't have limitless resources. And so we have to be wise in the way that we use them and not be rapacious, basically. Okay, that's Mark. Mark worked hard to get his URL in there. He really did. Let's see. This is Siobhan McGilveen. I guess I probably butchered that like crazy. I'm sorry. Please listen to Vienna Boys Choir, 1979. Pfiat Gott. Lobby alto solo. Kurt Schobert. Schobert's voice was very rich and gentle, and the song is about saying goodbye to childhood using imagery. Okay, I hope this is the song. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, here we go. That's it. Okay. So how's everybody doing? Let me check in on you. See what you're up to. Smooty smoot. You're hanging on. I'm amazed that anybody would stay through the whole 3 hours. That just blows my mind. You guys are something special. Excuse me. This is the Vienna Boys Choir singing Pfiat Gott, Liabe Alm, alto solo by Kurt Schobert.
Oh,
That wasn't the greatest sound quality, but it's always a pleasure to hear these boys sing. It's amazing. I was sitting there looking at them and I'm thinking, this is a really exclusive group. If you think about it, they drew from all over Europe and they got maybe 20 guys in that choir. Imagine how hard it was just to get in. You had to be really, really good and dedicated. And the sound is glorious. It's wonderful. It's pleasing to the ears. It's special. And that choir has been going on now for, gosh, I don't even know how long. Long time. And it's always been the best of the best, the top notch, the creme de la creme. And it's always fantastic to hear them sing. That was a lovely song. Excuse me. Okay. Jimbo Gallagher says, react to... Okay. Oh, this can be interesting. This is a good old 70s rock song about UFO abduction. Okay. Okay. Oh, we did this group before. Okay, so this is UFO, the Decca Years. If you're not familiar with that, they're referring to Decca Records. And the name of the song is Silver Bird.
Across my land, lying there all still, lying there all quiet.
This is the second one of these I've done, and in both of them, because I have stereo headphones, I can tell that there's two different guitars, and they're playing riffs back and forth, one to the other, back, back, back. It's really fascinating. I like that they do that. I never heard of this band. I don't know why. Maybe they weren't around that long, but and of course I was in the service, so excuse me, I wasn't exposed to as much, but they were really good instrumentalists. I really liked the way they played, and they had a unique sound. It was very I want to use the word, I'm going to make up a word, far offish. It just sounded like they were a ways away and they were playing off in the distance. And then every once in a while they would come closer. But they're just interesting to listen to. They really are. I hope you forgive me, but I noticed when I was looking at the chat that one of my friends, a long-time follower from Hungary, has posted something, and I've got to pull it up and translate it so I know what he said, because he doesn't use English. Where's Google Translate? There we go. Okay, so okay, I'm going to answer him. Sorry, I got to type something out so that I can translate it back to Hungarian. Okay. All right. So that takes care of that. And now we go back to the chat. And okay. All right, took care of him. Okay. Back to the business at hand. I really like this band. I'm kind of disappointed that I wasn't aware of them at the time, because they're a good band. I enjoy listening to them. But, you know, I guess we can't know everything. Okay, so, okay. Elongated Orangutan 200 says, react to YouTube, blah, blah, blah. Someone requested this last week, so I had to request this banger of a track. Okay. Well, then I'm going to react to it. Okay. Excuse me. Okay. Oh, this is Sir Lord Baltimore. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, this was, okay, so what I'm going to do is, this was in the list, this is in the list from last week that I did not get to. Let me just verify that real quick, because I've got the list down here. Yes. Okay. And I did not get to it. So I was planning on doing it in, as I mentioned, I've decided that what I'm going to do is take the requests that I don't get to on Sunday and make a single video on Monday of those additional requests. But I'll be able to remove this one since I've now reacted to it today. So this is Sir Lord Baltimore, the band. They were an early what's the word? They were one of the forerunners of heavy metal. Let's put it like that. Okay? And the name of the song is Kingdom Come. Oh, Sir Lord Baltimore. They were one of the forerunners of metal. And you can see the elements of it in their music. You know, the driving drums throughout, and then the frenetic guitar solos, really fast finger work and that kind of stuff. And the singer too. The guy's got almost an operatic voice. And very good, very good vocals. I mean, he sounds good. They're just impressive to me. Never heard of them. Just like many. Okay. Okay, so Tenma72 says, this is my request, and gives me a URL. So we're going to punch the URL in here and see what comes up. Okay. Excuse me. Before we get into this, I need to check my chat again because my friend from Hungary responded. Excuse me. So I've got to... okay. I've got to get a translation again so I know what he's saying to me. So just bear with me a minute here. Let's see. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Okay. That was not what I wanted to do. This is what I wanted to do. Okay. Okay. All right, let me respond to him. All right. This is one of the things about my channel that I particularly love and enjoy like crazy, is that I get people from all over the world excuse me, come into my channel, and because of the internet and the capabilities that we have now, I can actually carry on conversations with them in their native language, which is so cool to me. I just enjoy the daylights out of that. It's really, really fun. This request, let me get back to this was Tenma72's request, is Canut's Awakening, Vinland Saga, English dub, full video. Okay. So we're on the right screen. Here we go.
Love is. And suggesting that Ragnar did not actually love me.
I am.
Allow me to pose a question to you then. If Ragnar had no love in his heart, then in your opinion, who in the world properly embodies love?
That man lying there. You see? When he died, he became more beautiful than anyone among the living. You might say that he is love itself. No longer will he hate, no longer make war, no longer will he plunder. Here, he will lie abandoned, and he will unbegrudgingly provide beasts and insects alike with his flesh. Though he will lie exposed to the wind and the rain, he will not utter a single word of complaint. It is death alone which completes a human being.
Damn it. Don't know? Well, don't sweat it, kid. I really wasn't expecting much.
You're trying to trick me!
The essence of love, you're saying, is death.
Yes.
What about how parents feel? Husbands and wives? Or the way that Ragnar seems to cherish me and I him? What do you call that feeling?
I call it discrimination. It is not much different than the way one flatters a king, yet whips a slave. To Sir Ragnar, you were precious. Probably more precious than anyone else in the world. I dare say more precious than even his own life. But those incredibly tender feelings he felt towards you were far too narrow.
I see. I think I get it now. It is as if a fog has been lifted.
Holy shit!
He's reading every move!
Shit! Still too shallow.
I understand. This snow. It's love, isn't it?
That's right.
The sky. The sun. The blowing wind. The trees. The mountains. And yet... how can this be? The world is... the works of God are so beautiful. And yet there is no love in the hearts of men.
It is said that we ended up becoming such wretched creatures because of our distant ancestors. They went against God's wishes. They sinned. And so we were exiled from paradise.
Hey! Where'd he go? Hey!
Up there, look!
So he used his legs like a spring to dampen the impact. Not bad. Over there! Holy shit! That's the captain we know.
Well, shit. Now I really am out of options.
It seems the fight has reached a conclusion. And yet, not all is well. That man has lost his sanity. I suggest you start running, Your Highness.
Sanity. Where is there a sane man in the entirety of this world? All men are like him. And no one knows what it means to love everyone equally, or the meaning of life, or the meaning of death, or even the meaning of their own vows.
Your Highness.
Enough. I am sick and tired of this. That which we lost in exchange for knowledge, the most precious thing of all, is something we can never get back so long as we live. We will never obtain it. Never in our lives. But even so, Father in heaven, you command us to seek it? My dear warrior, one who is farthest from love, one who has been expelled from paradise. Is there no means other than death to end the suffering of your punishment? Do we only exist so that we may be tested by life and made to endure? Is that all? This man's soul cannot be saved through the trials you provide us, Father! I no longer seek your salvation. If you shall not give it to us, then with our hands, we shall recreate paradise on this earth.
Whoa. That was an abrupt ending. I was getting into that. I was really getting into that. That was some interesting thoughts. Excuse me. Kind of biblical, but then extra biblical. Sort of halfway truth and halfway not. Very interesting. That's yeah, that's right at the end there where she said, if you will not give us salvation, we will seek it on our own. We will create our own paradise. That's what man tries to do. Unsuccessfully. But there are those who still cling to the faint hope that somehow, some way we can have utopia here on earth. And the only way is Jesus Christ. He is the way. And without him, without God, it's all meaningless. That's an interesting I want to say cartoon, but I know you don't call them cartoons now. Saga. There you go. Okay. Excuse me. Crimson Majesty says, please do, and gives me a URL. So let's go do that. Oh, that's an ad. Okay. This is interesting. Okay. So this request is Quicksilver Messenger Service, Pride of Man. And I'm on the right screen. Okay. All right, here we go. Pride of Man.
Turn around, go back down, back the way you wide in fame. You bow unto your god of gold. Your pride of might shall be your shame. For only God can lead his people back unto the earth again. Oh God, who cried a man, broken in the dust again. Thy holy mountain be restored. Have mercy on thy people, Lord.
Huh. Well, that's interesting. At the end there, I almost thought they were going to break into a Gregorian chant. But, excuse me. That was an interesting song. Singing about, in a way, the same topic as the previous one, the Vinland Saga. Okay, I got to go back to my chat again because my Hungarian friend has responded to me. I asked him for a URL, so let's see what he said. Okay. All right. And translate. I didn't get the whole thing. Golly days. I'm not doing very good today. I just got the first line, not the entire thing. So I got to do it again. Okay, he said, okay. 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 Back to the chat real quick. And okay. All right. So it's, I don't know. It's interesting to me that of course you know what my beliefs are, that people spend their lives searching for the answer to life, and they often come up with different answers. And, that's perfectly their right, but there's only one answer, and that answer is God. And I'm actually thinking about writing a book about this because there is so much proof that the Bible is historically accurate that it is literally impossible to deny. And yet it doesn't get publicized, so very few know about it. But, I mean, everything in the Bible that isn't allegory or some kind of figure of speech is literally true history. And we have so much archaeological proof of that it's silly to try and deny that it's true. And I've been toying with the idea of doing that. It would be a lot of work because I got to pull together all the different sources and show how from Genesis all the way through to Revelation, everything in the Bible that's historical can be documented with historical evidence, with archaeological evidence. And so I just think it's maybe something worth doing. And since I'm going to live to be 120, I got plenty of time to do that. So that's an idea that I've had in my head. Okay, Papa Smith asked for Original Sin by NXS. Okay. He says the song is about overcoming racial prejudice through love and unity. So let's see if we can find this. Okay. Original Sin, official music video. Okay, there we go. Okay, well there's no ad. So we can just jump right into this. Excuse me. All right, here we go. This is Original Sin by NXS.
You might know of the original sin, and you might know how to play with fire. But did you know of the murder committed in the name of love? Yeah, you thought what a pity. Dream on, white boy, dream on, black girl, then wake up to a brand new day, to find your dreams are washed away. There was a time when I did not care, and there was a time when the facts did stare. There is a dream, and it's held by many. Well, I'm sure you have to see its open arms. Dream on, white boy, dream on, black girl, and wake up to a brand new day. Dream on, black boy, dream on, white girl, and wake up to a brand new day, to find your dreams have washed away. Dream on, black boy, dream on, white girl, and wake up to a brand new day, to find your dreams have washed away. Flaming fire, white boy, black girl.
Yeah. I've never understood excuse me. I've never understood how people can see another person and not see another person. That doesn't make any sense to me. We're all human. We all bleed the same. The external differences between us are just genetics. That's all it is. But we're all part of the same race. And so how we can be hateful towards people just because of who they are, for me is it's hard to understand. I understand that it's a reality, but it's hard for me to understand how people can get their minds to go into that place where they can see other people as less than. It just doesn't make sense to me. Never has. I remember when I was a young man, I got introduced to racism for the first time when I saw, and some of you will know what I'm talking about, Bull Connor and his police spraying black protesters with fire hoses and sicking dogs on them. And this is how naive I was. I looked at my mother and I said, where is this? Is this actually in America? And my mother said, yes, it's down in the South. And I said, you got to be kidding me. They're doing this in America? That doesn't make any sense. That's how naive I was. I've never understood it. Just haven't. It just doesn't make sense to me how you can look at another human being with two eyes and a nose and a mouth and hands and feet and, bodies and say, that person is not like me. How is that possible? How can you do that? I mean, if you think about it from a scientific point of view, the only difference between you and any other person on the face of the earth is the size and shape of your bones. But you all have the same bones. Excuse me. You all have the exact same bones, unless you have some kind of a malformation that makes you different. But, that's the exception that proves the rule. So it just doesn't make any sense to me. It really doesn't. Never has. Never has. I wish someone could explain it to me in a way that I could understand, but then again, I'm not sure I want to know their thinking, because it's got to be what I always call stinking thinking. Okay. Can I react to All the World by Kansas? I'm sure I can. Let's see. All the World, okay. All right. Hello. Get the URL. Okay. Okay, so, and I love Kansas. They're what do we call it? Symphonic rock? They're just a great group. So this is Kansas, All the World.
All the world's forgiving, the changes all around, and people everywhere have seen the light in what they've found. It's a happy place in the human race when all our lives are lived forgiving. All the world's for living when love is what you find. Despair and loneliness, you've got to leave them far behind. Tell the clouds to go, let the feeling show. It's great when your life is full of living. Everyone's aware, they know to change the world, we've got to care. And people all should know, should have happened long ago. Or could it be that I just now found out? Life is meant to share, and it means the same thing everywhere. Living every day, helping people on their way. 'Cause sometimes life gives everyone some doubt. Can I have time? Is it right what I feel? At times I doubt what I normally know is real. But right now I don't know what to do, and it's all because of you. I could tell you if I knew that you'd believe. It's light and elusive as life sometimes is. Right or wrong as we both know we all can be. I could never have denied that I need you by my side. 'Cause without you life don't seem that much to me. I can see and know that this feeling's got to stay till all the world is living, till all the world is giving, till all the world is loving every day.
Wow, what a beautiful ending. Wow. Man, I'll tell you, they are one of the best. They really are. Golly days, I just totally skipped over this. I don't know what happened to me. Chris, 1976, requested a Nook. They threw eggs at a Nook, ruined her t-shirt. Nobody's Wife Live, and Nook World Music. There were more live versions of this one. It's not available if you scroll down a bit. Okay, so let's see. Nobody's Wife Live. You know, Kansas is such a great band. They really are. They're just, they're in a whole nother platform, whole nother world. Okay, excuse me. Let me read this again so I make sure I got, they threw eggs at it, right? There are more live versions of this if this one is not available. Okay. So, I got, okay, well, let's just try this one. This is the first one. This is Nobody's, okay, Nobody's Wife Live with a Nook. I don't know if they'll be throwing eggs at this one, but we'll see. Here we go.
I'm sorry for the times that I made you scream, for the times that I killed your dreams, for the times that I made your whole world rumble, for the times that I made you cry, for the times that I told you lies, for the time that I watched and let you stumble. It's so bad, but that's me. What goes wrong, comes around, and you'll see that I've been carrying better than pain. This ain't the first time that a man goes to sin when he spent my wings to imprison for life, sucking out his love. I'll never be nobody's wife. I'm sorry for the time that I didn't come home, but you learn in a bed alone, flying high in the sky, when leaning my shoulder, like a stone head around my neck, say, got a list full of pigs, my backseat. I gotta say what I feel for I grow older. I'm sorry, I ain't gonna change my ways. You know, I'm tall, but I'm still the same. I got to do it my way. Yeah, it's the bad I've had. That's me.
get a surf shack on Airbnb, now you can also get a surf lesson with a pro surfer. Or if you get a place...
Whoa. Dang. I picked the wrong one, I guess. They didn't even finish the song. That was... her voice is very rich and full and sounds wonderful. She just has a real body and depth to her voice that is nice, very nice. I really like hearing her sing. And that was an interesting song. And apparently it was pretty hot, and the crowd was insane. What in the world were they doing? I was thinking somebody's going to get hurt doing all that moving around they're doing out there. But, yeah, maybe they didn't. I don't know. Anyway, that was a great song. I like the sound of it, and I like the words of it. I'm nobody's wife. And obviously the crowd knows the song because they sang part of it with her and part of it instead of her, which was kind of cool. That always impresses me when they do that, because it means that artist has really touched their hearts in a way that is very special. And so I'm glad we finished on this note. I see that it's about 5 after, so I gotta go. But as I mentioned early on, the songs that I didn't get to, I will put together a video with those songs and do it this week sometime. Probably tomorrow, but we'll see. But anyway, I still got some to do from last week that I already did once but didn't record. So I hope you'll forgive me for that. Sometimes an old man just doesn't pay attention when he's doing stuff. It gets that way. Anyway, I want to thank you all for coming. I'm so amazed that people will actually come to a live stream and stay for 3 hours. That blows my mind. It really does. That shows a level of caring, a level of liking me that just amazes me. It really does. And I can't thank you enough for that. So before I go, I do want to pray for every single one of you that's watching, and for everybody that comes to my channel all the time, that God will watch over you and that He will bless you with His abundance, that He'll bless you with His love, with His grace, and with His peace, and that He will do that same thing for every single person that you love. So until tomorrow, this is the Vietnam Era Vet signing off.